Hi everybody, this is Suzanne Spooner, QHHT Level 3 practitioner and basic geek of human consciousness and exploration of the mind. So I wanted to share this with you because I really am curious what your thoughts are, your experiences. I have had kind of like a theme happening in my QHHT sessions recently where nearly everybody who is in that really deep state of hypnosis or deep relaxation, whatever word works for you, that part of them that knows everything, high self, subconscious, superconscious, whatever name you want to give it, seems to be coming through very, very regularly, talking about some really interesting subjects, like our perceptions of our lives and how we can adjust and change them just with our thoughts and our feelings. Simultaneous lives have been a theme. Seems like every time somebody goes under here, they have a little bit more to add to the puzzle. So I'm kind of gathering the information. I wanted to share it with you because I think they're onto something. I think they're sharing some information for us to help us expand our awareness. So here goes. So what they're telling me about human perception is that, a normal human experience is, let's break it down to like a day. So we go out, we wake up, we go out to work, we do whatever we do. We come amongst other people, and maybe somebody close to you says something that hurts your feelings or you're not happy with. And so our normal human experience is to take offense to that and take it very personally and think that other one is kind of being a jerk. And what that does is that gets emotion involved and some pretty low level emotion. So it brings our energy down. Excuse me. It brings our energy down, and from that place of lower energy, we go through the rest of our day, and if things don't go so swimmingly throughout the rest of the day, it just kind of builds and adds on it, and everything was so personal, and people are attacking you, and oh my goodness, it's just a bad day. So that's been the way that humans normally will go through the day. When we get those things lobbed at us that we weren't expecting. Now, vice versa, just to go on the other end of that scale, sometimes we have days where everything goes according to plan or even better. We have some nice surprises. People say very nice things to you unexpectedly, and it just raises your vibration and your frequency. You're feeling really good. And you become kind of like that proverbial duck where the water just falls off the back. You don't take it to heart when somebody says something cruddy, you just go for it. So here's the lesson in perception that they're giving me, is that how we take in any data, we'll call it, from another person, this is just an example, be it kind or unkind, is up to us how we perceive it. So they're saying this: what if we took maybe a crappy situation, an unhappy situation, somebody says something to you that's unkind and unexpected, and at the first point you probably are going to have that feeling in the heart or the gut that doesn't feel so good. You're going to feel yourself go down, sad. But if you can recognize that and then kind of pull up to a place of just observation. Okay, so this experience just happened for a specific reason, and behind the scenes here, you created it. You're creating everything in your world, so why do you create this? And you stay in that observation mode, and that helps you to not take it so personally. Just makes you think a little bit. Well, that's interesting. Why would somebody say that? Or why would that person close to me make me feel that way? Wait, I'm letting them make me feel that way, right? I mean, there's really interesting little segues here. So if you can pull yourself back and not take it personally and think, I've created this, why did I create it? What am I supposed to learn from this? And how can I react differently? Because if I'm creating something I don't like, I can certainly create something I do like, right? That's powerful. So then, to take that to another level, they're saying instead of just being an observer to it, once you get yourself back up to that point, have some gratitude for what just happened. Now that doesn't mean, you have to go slap somebody on the back and say, hey, thank you for saying that really cruddy thing to me. That was awesome. But you can see it all as a play. Our lives are designed to be experiences to help our soul grow. That's what I believe. So there really isn't, experiences are actually quite neutral. We distribute the emotion, the feelings and the thoughts to them that shape how we perceive them, right? So this is really interesting. This is really changing the way that we look at our world and ourselves and the role that we have into creating the world that we want to have happen. So here's what is a suggestion. So maybe take this information, and it's hard to rewire our brain instantaneously because we've been wired this way for a long time. But even in your quiet time, go back to some events that have happened in the past. It's already happened. You don't have to worry about it. And in your mind, picture how you felt originally when that event happened. Then take yourself to the observer perspective and don't be so personally tied into it. Just kind of view it for what you could have possibly learned from it. And then take it up to the place of gratitude of how that seemingly challenging scenario was really, in its own way, a gift of experience. And what you would gain from that moving forward in a higher perspective. Oh my gosh, that's so great, because what you're doing then is you're letting go of all that baggage and that anger and that upset that we most commonly will carry around with us, even sometimes without realizing it. And it can change your relationship. Now, you can't change people outside of you very easily, right? All we can really control is ourselves, our own emotions, our own thoughts and perceptions. But that's fine, because that's creating our world. So instead of moping around and feeling like the world is out to get me, if you can go back in your memories and start showing yourself how you shift your thoughts into this higher frame of mind, well, that's pretty interesting, because you're raising your own vibration frequency and you are rewiring this great mind that we have in order to see things in a different way and be in a higher place to process that information. Does that make sense? And then as you go out and get coffee or go to work or have a family dinner, when those other things occur, you can go easier into observation mode, not take it personally, not feel like a victim, and then go into a place of gratitude and go, wow, that's interesting. I could have really learned something from that. And in the future, I think I'm going to create something a little bit easier to learn from. It doesn't have to be hard. Nothing in life has to be hard at all. So anyways, that's kind of a synopsis of this information that's coming in client after client after client. So I think they're on to something. The other thing I wanted to share, and I'm getting ready to put up a YouTube clip about this, you'll see it as, it's a part 2. I had a husband and a wife come in. Oh my gosh, the most awesome people ever. And he was the one that I did the clip on. He was the engineer of the ley lines in the times prior to the pyramids. Real interesting clip, which was funniest because when I counted him up after the first session, he looked at me and says, "What are ley lines?" I've heard of that word, but I don't know what it is. And he had talked so so deeply about it in the session, which is, I love this work I do. So anyways, it's a part 2 with him. I also did another session with his beautiful wife. And in her session, the second time, she wanted to talk a lot about simultaneous lives. And I think that's something else for us in this whole talk about perception, to really try to wrap our heads around. Because what she was saying, similar to what Dolores Cannon said in many of her lectures, what she received in her sessions, is that, you know, when you have a decision to make, you know, should I go to this school or that school, should I marry this person or not, we make one decision, but another part of us, another aspect of us wants to have the other experience to see what that's like, and so the other one goes to the other school, doesn't choose to get married to that person. And although we are focused on this one experience because that's part of the earth phenomena, there are infinite us out there having all these different experiences, so that our own soul has a much wider variety of experience to learn and grow from and share with the collective. Pretty cool. Which also helps take away the, oh my gosh, did I make a terrible decision? You know, the regret and the remorse. You know, I shouldn't have. So it's really kind of enlightening and kind of freeing when you realize, although we're only focused seemingly on this one lifetime and set of choices, there's infinite S's having the other experiences. I mean, it's beautiful. I think this is where we're coming to the point of expanding our own consciousness to understand that we are, gosh, so much more than this one thing, one lifetime. So anyways, I just thought it was fascinating. And, you know, we can go into dream states and are those dreams and all of that too under this category, which I'm also exploring right now. But I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that you enjoy it, and maybe it opens up your thoughts and elevates your days when things that are in the past have appeared to be kind of unhappy or negative happen to you, and you can shift it and elevate it and have a higher, better, easier experience. All right, that's all I got for you. I have a session to do now, so I'm going to let you go. Again, I'm Suzanne Spooner. You can catch my website at SuzanneSpoonerQHHT.com, and I thank you for listening to this little bit of information. I hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.